All right, so I want to demo something I've been working on this weekend. So I'm rebuilding the advanced search parameters for your search results. And it has to be a truncated version of what I use just because this stuff there's too many options for a user interface that is even a little bit intuitive. And so this is my attempt. We'll see how it works out. So the idea here is that you might want to search in on specific jobs or in this case, a headline as well. And I'm probably going to add other options too, so you could search on education. Pretty much any field you want, you could search. But the caveat here is that you're searching on individual jobs, right? So it doesn't allow you to span like I do on my tool that I use for myself, to where I could say, all right, search across all the jobs, find the matches, merge them, tell me what the total experience is with this type of job description or title, etc. This is actually looking at one specific job and seeing if that's a match across all of the jobs. And so if any are a match, then the job or the profile will come back, right? So the advantage there is that maybe you're looking for a job title that's in a certain time frame, right? So here, and this is like just a test list of people that I pulled down with Scala engineers. So here we'll put in title, we're looking for Scala, and I'm going to put this in quotes, and quotes is a word boundary. So if you only want a wildcard on one side of it, just put a quote on one side of it, and the other side will be the wildcard, right? So this would find scalable. This will just find Scala. And I'll put or and engineer or develop. And then I want to filter out architects. Then here you can just do that, or you can add a date range, right? So now I'm specifically looking for, I want to find people that have, I want to find jobs that occurred between this time frame with, this title match and this not title match. And this toggle up here changes it from some to every, which means if you have it as some, it's going to look for this or this if you have it on, and that's for every single one of these. And this will keep it to where it looks for all of them, right? It has to find all of those matches. And then here, if you want to select years, and if you click this and decide, oh wait, I don't want that, to unclick out of it, just drag it all the way back down and it'll go away. Make sure you do that and don't leave it open if you decided you don't want that, because otherwise, if someone had more than 35, which technically is impossible here, but anyway, you can get rid of it that way. So here we're looking for jobs specifically where the job fell between, or the start date was after the 1st of February 2011 and the end date was before the 1st of 2020, right? And total years in that specific job, right? So this allows us to look at tenure in that job, but it's that specific job. So if you're looking for a range of total experience with these job matches, unfortunately, this isn't going to work. I can add it, but it just gets so complex to think about for the user that I think it's too much for people. But anyway, let's take this down to, so we'll say 2 to 4.5, a little under 4, we'll say just under 5 years, right? Is that what we're looking for? So someone that was in this role in this time frame for 2 to 4 years, and we can run that filter, and apparently we got nothing. All right, we've got that sorted. I forgot a parameter on it. So, okay, let's put this back. We're going to say, a little over 2 years, did a little over 7.5 years in that time frame. We run our filter and we see there's 140 matches that hit a job in that time frame, right? Again, this is looking at a specific job where this matches. So like this in itself isn't terribly useful, just because, I mean, it is, I guess, because LinkedIn doesn't let you search in that specific way. But where you might find some real value is that you can search within the job company description. So you might want to look for media company specifically here, right? And again, you'd want to do the date range just like you did up here, because this is while it's searching for that specific job, this parameter is different, right? So this, you can change the parameters for each one, which I think is valuable, right? But it's only for that single job that it's iterating on. So let's push this back up and we'll say, all right, what was the date? 2010-ish to 8 and years. We'll say the years actually shouldn't matter as much if you do the date thing, but we'll go ahead and do the same. So anyway, we'll run that, and now we can see the 13 people that were working at companies specifically with media, and we can go in here and check, right? So here are the jobs that it matched, and we can see mobile advertising company that develops image recognition tools. That's interesting. So maybe you want to change things up a little bit, right? So we're going to say image recognition, blah, 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 or computer vision. And there's a near operator, right? So if you just want to find these words near one another, near themselves or one another, you could do it like that and run the filter, and there we go. There was only one, that one that we happened to click on, it looks like. Yeah, so let's look at some of these others here. Oh, maybe we want to take out manager, right? So we're say architect, and remember, you got to keep your Boolean straight here. So you want to say or statements, not and on this not, because you're saying specifically match architect or manager or director, etc. And let's run that filter. We should have the same one, and then here we'll take out and we'll put back media and run that, and then we get these 13 back. Now the problem here is that when you're doing this, again, it's still on that job, so it's not like we're removing people that are specifically have management experience. We're just saying here where it matches, if you can find one that doesn't have management experience, then we're good. So it's not perfect. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more, but wanted to been working on this a lot this weekend, so mostly just this UI, these UI elements. This slider bar took me a while to figure out, a dual slider that really worked for my situation. But anyway.